This is On the Way, an Australian doctor in Yemen and Pakistan by Michael Babbage, narrated by the author. Introduction. Consider what great things he has done for you. My main aim in writing this book has been to give an account of things I've seen the Lord doing, leading, protecting and providing for me and my family, especially in Yemen. In concern that certain people, especially those connected with our missionary work, could possibly be endangered by my writing this account, I've changed the names of many villages and omitted most surnames. However, this in no way interferes with our being able to see the Lord's workings. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask the reader to kindly forgive any unintentional errors which may come to light, and although it may be felt that I've occasionally included matters which seem trivial or irrelevant, I believe that they all contribute to the painting of a more complete picture, especially while overseas. I pray that many people will find the book helpful and encouraging. Sydney, New South Wales, May 2020. Preface. Don't go through Mahabasha. They're watching the city gates for you, he said in Arabic. I looked up from my desk in the small stick hut which was serving as my clinic. The speaker was one of 6 or 7 Yemeni men who sat crowded together on 2 local-style beds, simple wooden frames tightly strung with a mesh of thin, coarse rope. I didn't recognise the man who'd spoken. Thank you for letting me know, I said. The news was disturbing. I've been planning to set out the next day on the final trek in a series of solo hikes over the nearby ranges of the Yemeni mountains. On these trips, I had been able to carry the gospel message personally to various key tribal leaders, despite some interference from authorities. But this man's words were a warning. Armed soldiers were guarding the entrance to the town, which spilled over both sides of the mountain ridge, high up behind our village. To reach the plateau which I'd hoped to cover on this final trek, I would need to pass through that town. What was I to do? I had a tremendous urge to complete my campaign to provide the word of life to those the Lord had selected, and within whose hearts he'd been working. I didn't know who they were, but as on my previous journeys, I knew that he would lead me to them. But now my way seemed to be blocked. It's still rather sobering to know that day and night they kept close watch on the city gates in order to prevent my passing that way.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?